What's up, Comic Frontline? It's Mr. J here, and welcome back to Riverdale. I am here to review Riverdale Season 1, Episode 6, I believe it is 6. Yep, Episode 6. Run faster, Pussycats, kill, kill. Or faster, Pussycats, kill, kill. Weird episode title, but oddly appropriate. So, if you haven't seen the episode, you know the drill. If you haven't seen it yet, and you don't want to be spoiled, hop off the video, give this video a like, and subscribe to Comic Frontline if you haven't already. But if you have seen the episode, let's stick around and let's talk about it, because man, does this get interesting. Okay, where do I start? So, yeah, I'm mixed about this episode, because some cool things happened, some things I liked happened, and there's one big thing that I just can't agree with as a comics fan, and I don't like where this is going. But so we'll talk about that. First off, the big plot is Betty and Jughead go to see Polly at this, it looks like religious type of halfway house, or treatment center or whatever. And Betty meets Polly. She says, Polly's like, "You found us," and she's clutching her stomach. So it's like, oh shit, Polly's pregnant, and that's the reason they shipped her off to a freaking treatment center, a mental treatment center. Like, what? That's crazy. And then she starts saying that, she wasn't on drugs. Really, the whole reason they shipped her off because, her family was embarrassed, dating the Blossom, and, they hated each other, family feud, all that good stuff. Oh man. Just all this craziness, and of course, because Betty's parents, pay good money to keep Polly in this institution. Of course, Betty's mom, Mrs. Cooper the monster, is notified when when Polly receives a visitor, and there's just this really touching moment where Betty and Veronica hug. Not Betty and Veronica, Betty and Polly hug, and it's just like, "I'm sorry, I'll be back for you, I promise," that type of stuff. And then, she goes in on her parents. She's like, "Why would you do this to Polly? That's unfair. You guys shouldn't have done that. That's wrong." She was in love. You can't just keep someone from, someone they, truly care about like that. And, of course, both Betty's parents are like, "No, she was delusional and obsessed and all this other stuff. She was crazy." They're pretty much trying to write her off as, the crazy black sheep of the family. And that's just not right. That doesn't sit right with Betty. And of course, the romantic tension between Betty and Jughead comes up again. And this is the part where, as an Archie comics fan, I just was not on board. Because traditionally, Jughead has been viewed as asexual. Not necessarily asexual. I mean, he's dated here and there, but, he usually doesn't care about girls or dating or, trying to get some. But this Jughead, he makes a move on Betty, and I'm just like, I don't know how to feel about this. Jetty should not be a thing, guys. I don't know. I really don't. I'm very conflicted. I did not like that. But we'll see where that goes. So yeah, that's the big plot with them, and then eventually, Betty and Jughead find this car that Polly was talking about, and it's apparently was the vehicle that they were going to meet up, apparently, when they were going to meet up on July 4th, but Betty was taken away, and of course, Jason faked his drowning, but eventually later died. But we find out, they find the car that they were supposed to, meet up at and then run away together in, and it has Jason's stuff in it, so it seems like it definitely is Jason's car, and it was the vehicle they were going to use to get away. And the big thing with Polly is she didn't even know Jason was killed. So Betty had to break the news to her. Oh my god, that was so painful to watch. So the other part of the story has to do with Veronica and her kind of seeing that her mom and Fred Andrews are getting along, and she's not really into that because she is kind of hoping deep down that, after her father gets out of jail, that they can hopefully, come back together as a family and, go back to how things were at least a little bit. And I feel bad for Veronica, but at the same time, she should be let her mom move on. But there's also that part of me that's like, she's probably kind of just mad because if her mom hooks up with Archie's dad, that means no more Archie for her. Like, so there's that part to it as well. Classic CW relationship drama. Speaking of classic CW relationship drama, we got a little chocolate and strawberry swirl going on with Valerie and Archie. Valerie quits the Pussycats, which puts Veronica on the Pussycats. So Veronica can sing, which, is a thing in the comics. Even in the most recent Wade comics, instead of forging the Archies, which is what they usually do in the comics, in the current Archie comics, they form the Ronnies, and Ronnie is of course lead vocals. So I really enjoyed that, seeing Veronica in a Pussycat suit. Yes, please. I liked that she was able to use the music to vent her angstiness, and she was taking a bit of her angstiness out on Archie. But at the end of the day, she still cares about Archie, and she cheered him on, helped him get past his stage fright a little bit, and he used his dad as like that person that makes him feel safe. When Veronica gave him that suggestion, just look at someone who makes you feel safe in the crowd, and he looked at his dad. I thought that was cool. That was nice. Nice touch, because Archie's dad is the only decent parent in Riverdale so far. I mean, Kevin's dad seems cool, but we haven't seen much of Kevin's dad. So yeah, there's that. So that was really interesting. Valerie and Archie are a thing now, which is cool. That's been a thing before, off and on in the Archie comics. I'm down with that. Because it gives the Pussycats more of a plot, and I like the Pussycats as a collective. I just wish more of them would kind of be fleshed out. Of course, I think the only one that isn't fleshed out more is Melody, because we get more of Josie and her mom, and even her dad a little bit, and when Archie's dad tries to bring them over for dinner to get a contract, and that does end up working out. But again, the end of the episode is the big thing, when Jughead and Betty go to see Polly again at the institution, and they go into her room. The window is broken, there's blood on the window, so they're like, did she jump? Did she try to escape? Is she dead? Like, what's going on? Holy shit. Bunch of big twists, Riverdale, and it seems like next episode we're gonna get finally more fleshing out of Jughead Jones' dad, the Southside Serpent dude, so that's gonna be interesting as well. Really good. I'm sorry I missed the past couple episodes. Been a little busy, but I'm back once again. Let me know what your thoughts and feels are about Riverdale. Are you guys on board for Jenny? Do you guys like Valerie and Archie? Let's talk ships, because that was a big focus of this tonight. And what are your thoughts on Betty? Mrs. Cooper continues to just be a monster, evil. And Mr. Cooper, I'm not feeling either. Like, what the heck? Why are all these parents so bad, except for Archie's dad? Veronica's mom is alright, but she has her moments too. But yeah, let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to leave this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to Comic Frontline if you haven't already. We're your #1 source for news, reviews, and more. Anything geek culture related. And if you like what I do here on Comic Frontline, definitely hop on Comic Frontline's main YouTube page and check out the side of the page where all the members' individual channels are listed, and you can click on my channel, Mr. J's Comic Reviews, and subscribe over there. I'd really appreciate it. As always, guys, this is Jay from Mr. J's Comic Reviews for Comic Frontline. And like I always say, once comic book geek, always comic book geek. And I'll see you guys when we next enter the sleepy town of Riverdale. Peace.